Earlier I was saying this room is not divisible by 18. As it turns out, when all the spacing's accounted for, figure over here somewhere between a 3/4 and a full inch, depending on the wave of the wall there that I'm getting there. Same thing here. I end up with about 37 inches from here to here, which is about perfect for 2 more tiles plus a space along the wall. So that's going to turn out perfect. Where it's not divisible by 18 is here at the threshold. I'd rather have all of that perfectly square and then just do this, just a simple row of cuts right here that I'm going to need. I'll probably still need to undercut this jamb a little bit. That one may be a little bit low as well, but it's actually turning out pretty well. Personally, I'd rather do the 18 by 18s because you can sling these things pretty fast, but it's a good workout. You know, you cover a lot of flooring pretty fast. This was the last 2 buckets of mortar that I did, about half a bag of each per bucket. So that was last night's work. Now today I'm going to try to get the whole rest of the floor finished. Have the floor finished, maybe, I don't know, I got to go in tomorrow to the National Guard and see what's going to happen if we're going to Texas or not. But on Saturday, if I'm still here Saturday, I'll probably finish up these walls. But I don't know, that might be a process because I'm probably going to hang 1 course at a time, let it set and dry, then I can get the next course up. So that way I don't have them all slumping off the wall. Give one an overnight time to set up and be solidified to the wall. But yeah, I'm using Custom Products mortar as well. Their thin set, I figured, is formulated to work with this RedGuard. So that should give me the best adhesion possible, considering they do all the research on the chemistry of their 2 products. But yeah, let me get the mortar mixed up and we'll sling in these ones. Like I said, it's quite the workout to get this stuff done. These boxes are freaking heavy, and a single tile, once you start mudding it up, you end up going to muscle failure pretty quickly if you're not fast in putting them down. But I'll show you how I do that in just a second. It's not too different from what I was doing in the other room, but it's a little bit faster because they're bigger tiles. Funny thing is, these were on sale for 89 cents a square at Home Depot, big old case lot sale. And it's going to end up being my flattest, neatest floor. Knock on wood. But cheapest tile, neatest floor. How's that work for my project here? Alright, I'm going to get to it. Alright, so here you go. Notched on the floor, nice even flat coverage on the tile. And then you slap it down. Just a second. And then you want to squish it around to get those columns of the notches to actually collapse and give you full coverage. So jiggle it, get your spacers in. Kind of watch for your level right in here. Watch to make sure you're level there as close as you can. With the spacers. Alright, like that. That'll help squeeze it down to where it keeps them level too. These little spacers are freaking cool that way. Boom, there's one. go. For me, half a bag of that Custom Products mortar gets me 8 tiles. Look at that, that's pretty freaking good. I'll have the rest of the room in with just another 8. Actually 6 fulls and a whole bunch of cuts is what I'm gonna end up doing. Still got that whole stack, and that whole stack is meant for the walls. Which is the funny part, there's more on the walls than there is on the floor in here. But you notice with this, with large format tiles, and this is what I'm getting off of Custom Building Products YouTube videos on the subject, it's gonna be mortar intensive. But I'm not seeing any of the dips or dumps that I'm seeing in my other floors. I mean, this room still had something of a slope to it, but when you're using that mortar, and as I've said in other videos, you're using these U-shaped ones, the ones that are curved, they're designed to build up more mortar under, and that way you can level things out on a floor that's not perfectly level. At least the tiles are pretty level to each other. All right, there you go. A couple hours worth of work, there's the floor. Scraping the last of the bucket. I don't have enough for that tile, but that's fine, because those are all that whole row, some of that, anywhere there's not blue spacers. It was laid yesterday and I can walk on it, which means I can mix up another bucket and start the course on the wall. Now, this may be, well, I don't know, I may end this video somewhere around here, somewhere around there, I'm not sure, but if I go to Texas, it'll be a while before I post anything for a while. And it looks like our move-in will be delayed by the 2 or 3 months I might be down there. And for these videos, I'm not going to do a video on grouting, because you can find that on Custom Building Products and a whole bunch of other places. Grouting is grouting. There's nothing special about that that I know. So yeah, there's my laundry room floor, 18 by 18s. And I just did 2 days because I had mortar left over and started this patch. I ran until I was out of mortar. Went and got 2 more bags this morning. Yeah, it worked out pretty well for me. The only cuts I had to make, I liked that it was actually 4 tiles wide, and the only cuts I had to make were down here at the entrance. A little bit of trouble sneaking in here, and you notice here I've got a pretty good step right there. I'm going to have to find the right transition for that. It's not going to be even all the way. I bought some simple tees, but I don't think they'll fit doing this sort of transition. So I'm going to have to think up something different here. That's no big deal, I'll do that. Just trying to shove as much mortar up under there, because you notice I stopped there. Should have brought all my plywood out and all my hardy backer out. But oh well. I'll make it work. It's just construction. There's always a way to make it work. But yeah, not bad at all. I'm not seeing too many big dips. There's some inconsistencies in the spacing, but that's to be expected with a tile that is only 89 cents a square foot. These are basically, when you look at the back side of them, they're a quarry tile that is glazed over the top with that pattern. I think it's a nice pattern for a laundry room. Alright, let's see. Well, I'm going to mix up another batch and get this last plug in and start the first course along the walls. And with the walls, I'm just trying to match the same grout lines that I'm doing everywhere else. But I think that's about, there's not much to say to that. It's the same kind of process here. But with the walls, I butter the walls and then notch the tiles. That's the only difference I do there.